What's up gamers, my name's Wilucco, and today I'm going to tell you how to ascend from your base class to your Ascendancy class in Path of Exile. Like Ebenezer Scrooge on a revenge mission, we need to go visit 3 ghosts. That's not right. We need to go visit 4 labyrinths. The first will let you choose your Ascendancy class and give you 2 points to spend on its new skill tree, and each one after that will give you 2 more points for the same tree for a total of 8 Ascendancy points. To unlock each labyrinth, you have to clear a series of trials in various locations across the game. So I'm going to show you which regions the trials are in, and I'm going to show you how to find the trials themselves while you're looking through the zones. When you're running through any of the zones that have trials, the thing you need to keep your eye out for is a little book icon on the minimap. Every Ascendancy trial has a lore plaque in front of it that you can click on and listen to a little lecture from Izaro, the boss of the labyrinth. The lectures are alright, but the real cool thing about them is that they give away the locations of the trials whenever you see them on the map. Now that you know the trick to find them, let's go over the trials you need and where you can find them. For the first labyrinth, there are 6 trials you have to solve. There's 1 in Act 1, and that's in the lower prison. There are 2 in Act 2. One is in the Crypt level 1, and the other one is in the Chamber of Sins level 2. And there are 3 in Act 3, so 1 is in the Crematorium, 1 is in the Catacombs, and 1 is in the Imperial Gardens. Once you have all 6 of these trials completed, you need to go to Sarn, the town in Act 3, walk up to the statue at the top of the stairs, and it should open up and let you go to the labyrinth itself. Once you're there, you need to go interact with the little pillar out front, select the difficulty you want to run, and go in the big doors. Once you're in the labyrinth, the whole goal is to make it all the way to the end and kill Izaro, the boss who is giving us all those lectures at the trials. Once you do that, you get to go into this big old treasure room, open some boxes, and you find this Altar of Ascendancy, which lets you choose your Ascendancy class if you don't have one already, and will give you your points to spend on that class's tree. The most difficult thing about any of the difficulties in the labyrinth is that you have to run them without dying, without disconnecting, and without teleporting out. If you leave the zone in any way, you have to restart from the very beginning. So before you start, make sure you have enough time to get all the way through it, and be very cautious if it's like storming and you might lose power or anything like that. No matter what the reason is, anything that interrupts your run through the labyrinth will make you restart. That said, next up is the Cruel Labyrinth. The second difficulty only requires you to go through 3 trials before it's unlocked. The first is in Act 6 in a zone called the Prison, and there are 2 trials in Act 7 with 1 in the Crypt and 1 in the Chamber of Sins level 2. Once you've done all 3 of those trials, you're free to go into the labyrinth again, get yourself 2 more Ascendancy points. Now you're free to enter the labyrinth anytime after you clear the 3rd trial, but when I'm leveling my own characters, I find the best time to actually do the 2nd labyrinth is after clearing Act 7 and reaching the town in Act 8. After the Cruel Labyrinth comes the Merciless Labyrinth. This is the last difficulty of the labyrinth that can be unlocked in the campaign areas of the game, and it also only requires 3 trials. The first is in Act 8 in a zone called the Bathhouse, there's one in Act 9 in a zone called the Tunnel, and the last one is in Act 10 in a zone called the Ossuary. Clearing those trials will give you access to the 3rd difficulty of the labyrinth, and the opportunity to get your 5th and 6th Ascendancy points. I recommend running this difficulty as soon as you finish the last trial. After that, the last difficulty available is the Eternal Labyrinth, or as most people call it, the Uber Labyrinth. You only have to do 1 trial to unlock the Uber Lab, but you have to find it at random in these things called maps once you get into the post-campaign Atlas of Worlds content. If you find one of these trials randomly and clear it, you'll get an offering to the goddess, which you can bring to the labyrinth and use it to open up the 4th difficulty for your last 2 Ascendancy points. So there you have it. That's a lot of locations to remember, but Ascendancy points are extremely valuable, so it's definitely worth it to take the effort to hunt them all down. I hope this video made that process a little easier for you. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you want any more beginner guides on various topics in Path of Exile, then check out this playlist over here, and I'll see you in another video.